Hello, welcome back. Now you may be wondering to yourself, why is he showing me a blank fence panel? Well, simple reason is it's getting to be spring again here, and we have run out of places to put plants. And I was looking around the yard trying to figure out where the heck I can put some more planters so that we can, grow some more lettuce or basil or whatever herbs we want for the family. And it occurred to me that one big blank space we have is this whole fence line. And I'll take you inside and I'll show you what we came up with as a solution. The planter problem. You may have seen this up on Pintrest or in some of the landscaping sites on the web. Basically, it's a series of planters, planter boxes, 5 of them, all based on a 15-degree angle. They can be tilted up against the fence, thereby making them all level to one another. You can see right now that this really isn't level at the moment. I've got it propped up here so I can show it to you. It's really simple to put together and build. And the parts are fairly cheap, except for the side rails here. These are 2x6 cedar, and for some reason cedar in the last couple of years has gone way out of sight. It's double the expense of what it used to be. I guess most of it comes down from Canada, and they decided to stop harvesting as much as they were. The rest of it is cedar fence rail. And this is a 5/4 piece of decking, cedar decking. These cost about $8 a piece in 8-foot lengths, and you only really need 2 to make 2 of these complete setups. Let me take you over and show you exactly what this entails. Now, your boxes can really be any width you want. I, for simplicity, have set them up at 30 inches wide so that I can put two units next to each other and fill one bay of the fence panel. These you cut at 30 inches. These over here are the pieces that fit inside, as you can see right here. And basically what you have is a slope of 15 degrees, and in here is 5 inches from in between, and then just cut your 15-degree angles. The 5 inches keeps you from when you put in the bottom is also a 1x6 fence board, and you can just drop it in. It wedges itself in there. You don't have to worry about tacking it in. And when this thing begins to the bottom begins to rot out, all you gotta do is just pop it out, cut another piece of fence board, and pop a new one in, drill some drainage holes in, you're ready to go. The only thing you'll have to make a decision on is whether you actually want to stain these, and if you do stain them, whether you'll actually stain them on the interior. Some people worry about the stain leaching into the food or the soil. I personally use paraffin, Brazilian rosewood oil. It penetrates really deeply, it seals really nicely, and it spreads really nicely. They also make an eco version that's supposed to be safe for the ecology and your plants. Now, one of the things you'll notice over here is because this is based on 15-degree angle, your top and your bottom down here are all going to have to be cut at 15 degrees, which is no big deal. What you do is you go out and you measure the space that you want them in, and then you measure from here down to the bottom of the first cut, and that's where you mark across here with your angle, your 15 degree. Just cut it off. And then once it's cut off, it's a simple matter of coming in here and marking a line at a right angle, 2 7/8 in, 90-degree angle, and then just cut it off. That will give you your slope here that will lay against the fence. Now, if your fence is like mine, it's not level. It kind of slopes downhill a little bit. So I know that when I get this out of here, that this is going to fit. This is going to be too tall. So what I'll do is when I get it out there and leveled up, I'll mark it and just cut it off with the chop saw, with my portable saw. And that will fit it up underneath the 2x4 cap plate on the fence. Now if you wanted to, and you had a larger area to span than 15 degrees would allow, you could increase that angle by whatever amount you need to get that distance from the back to the front of whatever it's sitting on. The only thing you have to remember is that angle is going to have to be translated into these boxes. So if you go from a 15 to 20 degree angle, your end pieces down here will have to go from a 15 degree angle to a 20 degree angle. Now at some point in time, if you take that too far, you're going to have too much of an angle. Your boxes are going to get displayed too far out, and your insert pieces here, these are going to hang over on the bottom a little bit more, which may be unsightly to you. It's up to you. Also, I've used a pneumatic nailer, staple gun, to put these together. If you don't have one, they're well worth the investment. They make a lot of projects go quicker around the home. I used 1.5 inch staples, galvanized, and it holds things together pretty good, and you don't have to worry about them rusting out. So let's get this further put together. I cannot do any staining right at the moment because both this time of year, no matter where you get your fence boards, even if they're inside like at Home Depot or Lowe's, odds are they're still going to be wet because they hold them in from outside. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put these completed boxes inside the house until they dry, and then I can bring them out and stain them. See you back here after they've been dried out. Okay, we're back and we're getting ready to assemble this work of art here. Now, when you go to assemble this, you want to have a flat surface like a garage floor. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your two stringers, which are right there and right there, and lay them out parallel to each other on the garage floor. And then take your box, lay it on its back, on its side, inside on the floor. That will give you your 15 degree angle, and then clamp it on either side to the stringers, making sure to measure from here to here on the inside of your box to make sure that you've got the same distance both on this end and on that end. Then once you clamp it off, you can go in and throw your other boxes in at a spacing of 6 inches between the backs of the box, from here to the back of the box here. And you'll dry lay out all your boxes all the way down, all the rest of the 4. Once they're in, you will want to start with the bottom one, clamp it so that it doesn't move, and attach it with two 2-inch deck screws. That'll hold everything in place fairly well. Then come back check all your spacing, and attach each successive box with 2-inch screws on either, two 2-inch screws on either side, and that'll pretty much complete the whole assembly of this thing. And now we'll take you out back and show you one we already have completed. This may look a little bit different to you than the one that was in the previous section of this video, but I had to get it done fairly quickly, and we took it out back and hung it up before I had a chance to finish the video. And this is another one we're putting together. Let's go out back and take a look. Okay, here is the finished product. One has been put here, and one has been put down there, as you can see. And in between the two, we're going to set up some other, probably some tomatoes up against the fence, and then make an arbor between the two planters. As you can see, we changed the color of it. I put it up against the fence here, and it looked absolutely hard in the cedar, so we took it and painted it the same color as the fence. We're still about a month away from planting, and when I do get it planted up, I'll insert another piece of video in here for you to take a look at. But that's pretty much it. You can see down here, we put it on 2 circular stone pads so that the bottom didn't rot out too quickly. And up here on the top, there's a 3-inch deck screw toenailed down into the back of the fence to make sure it doesn't fall out. It's got the same thing on that one up there, toenailed in. But that's about it. Really easy to make. It'll take you about an afternoon. Matter of fact, it takes you about as long to stain the thing as it does to actually build it. Well, let me know what you think. You have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.